everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bri for those of you who are new here, and if you aren't new here, hi, nice to see you again. So today we're going to be actually doing a little bit different, a different video. We are going to be doing a sit down and talking about the 10, I don't want to say steps to minimalism, but kind of just like 10 steps or findings that I've found through my journey thus far. And I wanted to kind of get into them if you guys are thinking about going minimal, or you guys are thinking about starting the journey, and some things you might bump into while you do that. So today I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Disclaimer, these are all my findings. There's a plenty more that I have that I've been thinking of over the past week, but these are just the 10 most important that I think while you get started that you should know. So let's just go ahead and get started, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Step 1, take your time. So minimalism is one of those things that it's a journey to get to where you want to go, right? What I will say to you is take your time when you're trying to discard or get rid of things that you know you've had for so long. Obviously, if you don't use it, go ahead and get rid of it, and you know you're not, but take your time. You don't need to go through the night and get rid of everything. It is a process, it is a journey, so don't harp, or don't be mad at yourself that you're not able to, make the transition so quickly. I've been going through my transition for about a few months now, and that's just slowly getting rid of things, starting, with each room and really finding what adds value. So it's definitely a journey, and it's okay if it takes you longer than others. Some people can get out of bed and be like, I'm getting rid of my stuff, I don't care, I don't need it, I'm gonna go. And other people aren't like that, and that's okay. So step 2, minimalism looks different for everybody. So kind of referring to step 1, if you're the type of minimalist that, or you want to get the type of minimalist that still has things that are appealing to the eye, or you may not use every day but you still like, that's okay. You don't need to have nothing in order to be considered a minimalist, or to even try and go to that journey. So it's okay if you have things. It's not a big deal, and don't let anybody tell you that, oh no, you have this, that, the other, you're not a minimalist. No, it looks different for everybody. It's all about your mindset. If you go from a complete hoarder to, just the stuff that you need, that's minimalist for you, and that is good. And be content with your choices. I think a lot of people want to get rid of things because, I want to live that, I want to feel what that less stressed life is like. And some people just get rid of things that maybe they aren't ready to give away, and then at the end they kind of regret that, which then in turn can start a cycle of feeling regret and then buying more things. So make sure when you're making your decisions or making your choices, you're very content with them, and you really, really want to get rid of them, or you really don't need them or want them. Step 3, keep items that add value to your life. When I say this in a very broad spectrum, because like I said, what adds value to you may not add value to somebody else. So just look in your day-to-day routine, your day-to-day life, and see what really adds value for you. What I tell people is, make sure if it's something that you use on the daily, you may not be like, oh, it adds value, but it does, since you use it every day. Another thing could be things, like I said before, that are aesthetically pleasing or beautiful, can kind of go with home decor. So say you don't use it every day, but you look at it and it is aesthetically pleasing to you, and you're like, wow, that's beautiful, or wow, that item or that piece makes my space feel beautiful. Well, obviously that's adding some sort of value, it's adding joy, it's adding a spark of happiness when you look at your space. So even if you're not physically touching it or utilizing it or whatever the case may be, it's okay. It's still adding some sort of value to your life, and you obviously like it in that space, and that is okay to keep those things. But now just don't overdo it and be like, well, I love this, I love this, I love this. Try and let go of some things that, you say that might add value, but they really, really don't. Number 4, and this is a big one that I struggle with still, and I'm still trying to work through and kind of maneuver around, is social media / apps / email / all of those electronic, technological, whatever the words are, those things. Those are my, what's the word that I just falter and fail with? Those things. A few tips when I say and when I go into these. So try and really look at your phone or your tablet or your computer and whatever that you constantly use all the time, and look at it and be very, very strict with yourself. Like, what apps or what things do I use on a constant, right? Kind of the same thing, keep items that add value. So I just recently did a app clean out and I went from 108 apps. Now that might not seem like a lot to some people, but for me, I was like, why do I have 108 apps? Do I need these? Do I use them? No, I don't. I got my app count down from 108 to 50, which I thought was great. I definitely wish I could, you know, get down more, but I couldn't. So I went through all of them. I deleted all my apps. I actually deleted all my games. One thing about me is that when I have something in my hand to do, like even just little like phone games, I will spend hours and hours and hours on that app or on that game. And when I could be doing something completely different or productive for myself, but instead I'm sitting here spending 3 hours on this freaking balloon match game or something that is really not adding any type of value to my life. So go through all your apps and get rid of the things that really don't add value to you. Purge with emails. Let me be 100% honest, and I will show you right now. So if you guys can see, I have 16,183 emails. Okay, so I'm being very, very transparent and very, very honest. Emails are my absolute worst thing to go through, and I will kind of get into that. But anyways, that's just being really honest. I have 16,000 emails that I have gone through before, and I've gotten it down to 0, and they just keep piling up, which leads me into my next point. Number 5, unsubscribe to shopping, to different stores, to different things you sign up for. You know, sometimes you go into a website and they're like, oh, subscribe to save however much money. And you want to because you're like, hey, I'm gonna buy something from this store anyways, because I need something, and cool, I get 10% off, or cool, I get 15 or 20% off, and then you're subscribed to them forever, and now you're kind of like, I have 16,000 emails that I have to go through. I know that I used to be one of those big people where it's like, I get an email that says sale, or, you know, 50% off or whatever, and I ended up buying stuff even though I didn't need it. After I didn't need it, and then I didn't use it because one, it was cheap, one, it was not flattering, or whatever the case may be, and I ended up getting rid of it anyways. So yes, it was on sale, but I ended up not using it, so I still lost money in the long run. You see what I'm saying? Unsubscribe. Step 6. So make rules for yourself. This is a big one that has helped me drastically over the last, I guess the last month, is making rules for myself. So the first rule that you guys can try to implement in your day-to-day life is wait 24 hours before purchasing. That was one thing that I struggled with. I would go into a store, I would see something I like, and I was like, I want it, I'm done, that's it, I'm gonna get it. And I didn't really think about the after effects when buying such item. After that, I would just keep buying, and I'm like, oh, I need it, and I obviously didn't, like I've said multiple times. And then it would just, you know, pile up, and then when I would want to get rid of things, either would stay because I never used it, and I was like, I'm gonna use it, or it would go, and I wasted money. So love that for me. Our number 2, a good rule, is 1 in and 1 out at least. So for me, I try and do a 1 in 2 out rule. That way I'm consistently decluttering more than just keeping it the same. I'm definitely still trying to get my amount of items down. So I do a 1 in 2 out rule, which is amazing and phenomenal. And if you're someone that has like a shopping problem, or you're trying to, you know, break that habit, I would definitely look into a 1 in at least 1 out rule, or if you want to challenge yourself, a 1 in 2 out rule. That way you can look at your closet, or when you go shopping, hey, do I have 2 items I can get rid of that I really don't want or don't like? And if not, then don't get that item at the store. That's something kind of mentally switch your mindset to try and help you in the long run. So those are the 2 rules that I set in place for myself now. There's other things that you definitely can do, but for those, if you're just starting out, those are definitely good ones to, you know, change your mindset a little bit. Number 7, use what you already have. And this goes for pretty much anything in your home. I know I talk a lot about clothes just because I know that clothes for some people are a huge thing. This can go anywhere from food. This can go to cleaning supplies. I know when we go out and we're like, oh, I need to buy this, that, and the other, And you don't actually look at what you have in your house first. You end up buying duplicates of the same thing. I remember when I did my kitchen clean out, I had like 4 of the same spices because I never looked at them. I was like, oh, I need this for this recipe, but I don't look. Before you go minimal, before you try and, you know, if you're trying to even go low waste or sustainable or whatever, use what you already have first before you transition, because at the end of the day, you're literally just wasting what you already have. Number 8, find your style. So for me, it's been like a big transition with that department and that just goes for not even your clothes, but that goes for your home as well. Find your style. Let's be honest, disclaimer, transparency, I was horrible with buying home decor. When I tell you, when I would go into Kirkland's, which is a home store, I don't know if you guys have it wherever you are, I'd be like, oh my gosh, nice seeing you again, it's been so long. If I wasn't there for like a week, okay? Problems. But I was buying a lot of farmhouse stuff. I was buying a lot of woodsy type, and that wasn't me. I don't know why I thought that was me, but I would buy a lot of farmhouse stuff. I don't know, okay? But I realized that wasn't my style, and once I figured out what my style was, once I figured out what I like, it was a lot easier and it made me actually a lot happier. I'm like, wow, I actually like my space. Before I didn't really have any color. It was like dark blues and like farmhouse decor, and now it's like I have actually good oranges and, you know, greens and whatever, and it's beautiful and I love it so much. As far as clothes, I'm a very comfy person. You know, I like big clothes. I like to be comfy. I'm usually in a uniform, so when I'm not in uniform, I'm definitely, you know, try to be to where I don't have to feel like I'm constricted. But whatever your style is, find that, and then it's easier for you to stay away from items that don't necessarily speak to you. And I think that's a huge thing. Once your kind of style is everywhere, you just buy a bunch of things. You're like, oh, I could wear that, I could wear that, which is great. You can be very versatile, but at the end of the day, you're literally just cluttering your life with more things that if you were to find your one discrete style, and you know, you can change it up here and there, it'll help you in the long run get rid of things that you really don't love. So number 9, my favorite tip to talk about is plants. So when I talk about plants, I get so excited because I absolutely love plants, all types of plants. I've killed some, you know, some of them are thriving. This one, can you see it? It's almost touching the ground. And that one started at like this big. So we've been there together. I think it's been probably like 7 months and we out here, okay? I love plants because they, for me, kind of took over home decor. I mean, I still have stuff on my walls, yes, and I still have my type of style, and you can kind of see what that is, but I use plants now for everything. I have, you know, plants that are on the ground, plants that are hanging, plants that are just, you know, on little shelving, and they add for my decor. They add color, you know, they help your oxygen, they help, it's just like an array of things that they are amazing for, and I recommend them if you guys are trying to, you know, get rid of decor and add more color. Plants are the way to go. There's definitely some easy plants. I know I've heard a lot of people say, I can't take care of plants, I kill succulents, I kill cactuses, like I can't do it. I will tell you right now, if it's 2 plants I've killed more than any other plant is a cactus and a succulent. I don't get it. I don't know why. They said it's supposed to be the easiest thing and it's not. I just can't do it. So I have some amazing plants. If you guys want a plant tour, I will do that because they're my favorite. And then I'll tell you guys which ones are really, really easy to take care of. Ones that you have to kind of give a little extra loving to. But overall, I have a lot of very self-sufficient plants. So they're good. Number 10, it is a lifestyle. Minimalism is a lifestyle. It is not something that you can go in one day and be like, I'm a minimalist, like I have no more things, I'm done. Like it's good. It is a constant journey, it is a constant declutter of your life. And I'm talking about, you know, when it's holidays and you get gifts, you get, you know, presents. You know, obviously you constantly accumulate things over time. So you just kind of have to remind yourself of why you did it before you get back into the same patterns that you did before. Definitely always continue to declutter, purge your life. Keep yourself in a headspace that you are content with and that you're happy with. So that is all I have. Those are my 10 steps. or my 10 little findings from my journey. If you guys want more, I definitely have so many more tips for you that I can go ahead and talk about. Like I said, I can do a plan tour, whatever you guys want to see, definitely know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, go ahead and click the like button. If you guys haven't subscribed and want to, definitely hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys next week with a brand new video. Bye.